Hey, welcome back to the show. This is the No Comfort Zone. My name is Dan. I'm going to be your host. Today's episode's about facing demons.
Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
About 6 or 7 years ago, I had an opportunity. I was working at the dealership, and there was a guy that used to do our cleaning in the dealership. The guy was probably about 6'5". He was bald, but he had a ponytail, tattoo on his face, still does, and one of the scariest human beings I've ever met. His clothes wouldn't fit him, and he had super gigantic clothes on. The guy had to walk through doorways sideways, if you get the picture. I think I have a picture or two on my YouTube channel because I convinced him, I don't know how, to do a documentary on him. Because what I found out was, why does this guy come to the dealership at night and clean the building, and why is he like not seen? Nobody knows who this guy is, and he's a very ominous looking individual. I set up something before I decided I wanted to actually make the documentary on this. What I did is I had him and his girlfriend sit at a Starbucks, kind of blocking the door, moved the chairs. And then from afar, I took a camera and I recorded people's reactions going around him. They wouldn't go right to the door if they had to go in clear path of him. They had to go around him. That's how scary this guy was. Why we had a relationship or why we got involved, I just had the ability to confront him and ask him, hey, why did you decide to get so big? And I think he threatened to kill me, literally, because he's like, no one's ever asked me that question before. I said, no, what's in it for you? I mean, I love lifting weights. I haven't practiced, but I've studied bodybuilding, and I know a lot about it from the outside, but I never had the discipline to go through it. But here you're a power lifter, and you have all these disciplines in place. Why? And he goes, maybe when I get to know you better, I'll share the story with you. And we cultivated a really cool relationship. His name's Kerry. And we cultivated a really great relationship. And he trusts me. And this guy's not a guy who trusts a lot of people. The police chief in one of the towns in Belvedere knew of him very well. The guy was a troublemaker. I mean, he went wayward. And he was a kid who was picked on just a little bit too much and decided to get really big, and he was a threat to society. He's been locked up. He's been in a lot of trouble, but he's a good dude. And after I got a chance to get to know him a little bit better, here's where the story takes place about facing demons. As I'm doing the documentary and following him around the gym, and I'm actually watching him work out, asking him questions, really heart-to-heart questions, and he's being really sincere and honest with me, he says, there's something I want to show you. It was in one of the bodybuilding magazines back in the day, and I wanted to bring it to you. And what it was it's a picture of him lifting these 200-pound dumbbells. He's got them on each side of him, and he's actually lifting them, and he's looking in a mirror, and there's this image in there, and at the bottom of it said, facing demons. And I was like, that was pretty profound. And why I think that's so profound is that this guy used the weight room and weights and powerlifting as a way to get through to himself. Now, let me explain. So each of us are going to fall into a category of some level of comfort in our life. It's like the dream, right? You want to work hard so you can rest. Some of us fall into I just want to rest and I don't want to work hard, and that's how, it works out. But there's a lot of other people out there that really keep working hard and they don't know when to turn it off, or they sacrifice other things in their life. And to me, that picture of him facing the mirror, the facing demons, is really hit home with me. And it's crazy, but if you are in a position and if you think you can go through a no comfort zone with me, do me a favor, go to launchwithdan.com. Launchwithdan. If you're bored, if you want more out of life, if you think you're trying to find yourself, if you're looking for purpose, I challenge you to go to launchwithdan.com, get on my calendar, and let's schedule a 30, 60, 90-day no comfort zone for you where we can see what you're made of. And at the end of it, what we're going to do is find out exactly, one, how bad do you really want it? We're going to know what your purpose is at the end of it. And more importantly, you're going to start to live a better life. It's just what happens when you put yourself in this adverse condition for a 30, 60, 90-day period. When you get through the other side of it, what you find out is what you're made of, and you live in accomplishment. So by facing demons, one of the things that I do is in this new no comfort zone that I'm in calorie deficit. I put on too much weight. I got to a point where I was 40 pounds overweight, and I used to be a fitness guy. I used to be like relatively fit most of my life. And I find a way to get into average and cruise control, and I put other priorities ahead of me, like my family. I put my business first. I put the chaos of stress, and I get addicted to these things, and I don't give them up. And what ends up happening is it crushes you. The weight you start to put on, the lack of confidence you start to get that comes along with it. And then you just kind of fall into this routine. And yeah, you're making money, but what's your purpose? Yeah, you're in a marriage, but do you have any passion? Yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you want, but are you happy? And that's what this is all about, for you to find your happiness at the end of your comfort zone. And you're going to have to face some demons along the way. You're going to have to look in the mirror and realize that, you know what's killing you? The procrastination. How much of a bullshit of excuse is it if you were to say, you know, I want to do this with my life, but you do nothing towards it? You do absolutely nothing towards it. You wish, you want, you hope, you wait, but you don't work in any aspect towards achieving your hopes, your dreams, your goals, and your ambitions. I say it all the time. These podcasts that I put out there are for the individual who's drifting through life, going down the river, and I'm trying to get you to put your oar back in the water, for you to jump off the boat and swim to shore, because you're coming up to the edge of the waterfall, and it's going to drop you into the abyss. And what you need to do is it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to realize that you have to take control of your life right now. And yeah, you might have to do something like start to get exercise in. You might have to get up earlier, because that's what I'm doing. I'm getting up a lot earlier. The 4:30 in the morning. No, it's not fun getting up at 4:30 in the morning. But man, I'm telling you, after that hour and a half goes by, I got my goals, I got my workout, I got my cardio in, I've got my meals planned out, I've got my business goals. I'm walking with some purpose. I have some pop in my step. I'm ready to go because I'm one step ahead of where I wanted. I'm one step ahead of where I normally am, and I'm going in the direction that I want to go with intention. It's a magical place, and I hope that you find it, but you're going to have to face your demons. And facing your demons could be something that you're going to have to give up, or more importantly, something you're going to have to do. I challenge anyone that goes into this no comfort zone, write down 3 things that you're not going to do tomorrow, 6 things that you're going to do, 3 things that you're not going to do, and see what happens. Then when you wake up first thing in the morning, focus on the visualization of how you're going to feel when you get those things done. What's life like when you accomplish something? How's it going to be? What type of man, what type of woman are you going to be when you get to the end of that and you can say, you know what, I did it. I dominated. I owned the day because I started off my day the right way. I got up early with intention and with purpose. I went after my goals and I faced my demons and I got rid of the things that were stopping me and I kept pressing on. Go to launchwithdan.com if you want to learn more. Get on my calendar and I'll call you. Other than that, do me a favor. Today's the day you get out of your comfort zone and you live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.